Kobe Bryant's Mamba mentality, Derrick Rose's unbending stoicism, and Kyrie Irving's magical handles. Now historically, these are otherworldly things. However, none of that stood a chance against the ghosts at the famously haunted Skirvin Hotel. I'm Frank Smith, and this is the ClutchPoints tale of that famously haunted hotel. At first glance, the place seems normal, if not a little outdated. I mean, as are all truly spooky places. After all, it wouldn't be actually terrifying if the Overlook Hotel had a giant flashing sign that read, "Horror inside, might turn your spouse into a maniac killer." The hotel is over 100 years old, and its website claims staying there allows the guests to take a step back in time. No chance any ghosts would be drawn to that, right? Speaking of scary things, Derrick Rose grew up in one of the most dangerous neighborhoods in Chicago. He couldn't spend one night in the Skirvin without making rookie James Johnson share a room with him. Ron Artest considered filing charges against Skirvin ghosts for touching him inappropriately. And to be clear, this is not a joke. Artest was dead serious. Kyrie Irving never witnessed any paranormal experience at the Skirvin, but claims bed bugs prevented him from playing in OKC the next day. However, Irving, who is known as someone to be drawn to kooky theories and beliefs, such as the flat earth and fake moon landing theories, will be making a movie about the Skirvin and its shadowy reputation. So, with the Irving case, you might want to know the source of allegations before you blindly trust it. Though as Third Eye Kyrie likely believes, is there really such a thing as trust? Or is trust a fictional thing pushed upon mankind by round ball earth lovers who refuse to acknowledge the flatness of the earth because of that sweet, sweet big round earth money? Anyways, type Skirvin into Google after you watch this, and the second result is Skirvin Hotel Ghost, followed closely by Skirvin Hotel NBA. So how did the place get such a famous reputation for being haunted? And why does it seem to particularly freak out NBA players? Here's a quick background on the paranormal activity at the hotel. According to the legend, the first owner of the Skirvin, William Balzer Skirvin, was not exactly a role model. First off, he went by William Balzer Skirvin, and as we all know, the three-name thing is a surefire hint. Dude is a potential serial killer, or at the very least, not a man to be trifled with. Furthermore, he had an affair with the maid at the hotel, and after getting her pregnant, locked her on the top floor to hide her away. As any rational person who watched Flowers in the Attic would do. This wouldn't be a ghost story without a tragic ending, and the maid, called Effie by hotel employees, never left the hotel alive, because of course. The legend claims that after having her baby, she went crazy after being imprisoned in the hotel and threw herself, with her baby, out the window. There is no word, however, if she threw the bathwater out with the baby. So, obviously there's a creepy background to this ancient hotel already. So what does the NBA do? The most logical thing possible, of course. House their famously superstitious athletes in a place that has been rumored to be haunted for years. It didn't take long for players to report creepy things while on the road in OKC. Former Knicks center Eddie Curry was one of the first victims of the Skirvin. Curry got a room on the 10th floor, where Effie the maid and her baby are said to be the most active. Curry was so frightened that he was forced to spend the night in Nate Robinson's room. Again, Curry is a 7-foot, 300-pound man, and still, he was no match for the threat of Effie, sneaking up on him in the bathroom, as many male visitors have also reported. The list of NBA players who have had less than ideal experiences in the Skirvin stretches a mile long. It's gotten to the point where players will just get their own place when the team travels to OKC. Taj Gibson and Wes Johnson refused to sleep there. Tim Hardaway Jr. doubted the ghost stories, but one night in the Skirvin changed his mind. Lou Williams is a man of insane confidence. He won't even step foot in the place. And Effie doesn't just pick on players. Bill Simmons spent a sleepless night in the Skirvin, haunted by a baby's cry throughout the night. Hotel workers have claimed that tools go missing, furniture moves by itself, and apparitions walk the halls then disappear. But seriously guys, we can't just assume that the ghosts are evil. Maybe, just maybe, they're carpenters who use these tools while stuck in this dimension. They just have a weird itch to tinker and fix things. I digress. While it's a literal nightmare for opponents, the hotel provides a strategic opportunity for the Thunder. When your opponent gets no sleep, you definitely have a better chance of winning the game the next day. During the 2010 playoffs, the Kobe-led Lakers stormed out to a 2-0 series lead against a young Thunder team. The series then shifted to OKC. The Lakers spent 4 nights in the Skirvin. They went home with the series tied after sleepwalking through Game 4. And while Kobe stans will argue his mental toughness until the end of time, he may have fell victim to the Skirvin. Fast forward to the 2012 finals. The Heat were housed in the Skirvin before Game 1. Now, it might be a fluke, but the only game the Heat lost that series was the first. Coincidence? Apparently, this isn't enough to deter some players. A few brave souls still spend the night in the Skirvin. Craig Sager spent the night in the Skirvin as part of an Inside the NBA special, with no consequences. I mean, heck, most of the tight-lipped staff claim the legend is just that, a legend. Then again, we've seen Room 1408 with John Cusack. Samuel L. Jackson spent the first half of the movie saying literally just that. The haunting rumors were only rumors. Then poor old boombox 80s heartthrob John Cusack got walloped time after time by ghosts. Ghosts or not, the Skirvin has developed quite a reputation as a poor spot to get some sleep. Even if you don't see anything creepy, the stories can crawl into your brain and mess with your head. Just ask Eddie Curry. As all proper horror movie villains do, the Thunder do not seem to mind the phenomenon. Since the renovation and the reopening of the Skirvin, the Thunder have had one season where they posted a losing record at home. One in 10 years. They're basically the inanimate Vincent Prince of the NBA. They also have a reputation as having one of the best home crowds in the game. It makes sense that they dominate the Chesapeake Energy Arena. Granted, the Thunder have been an above-average team on the road as well. Then again, maybe all those locals are all in the horror, like old people hovering around Elm Street. Mostly cool with young people being butchered by a dude with knife fingers. But if you're a Thunder fan and ever find yourself staying at the Skirvin, maybe you should bring an extra jersey as a token of thanks for Effie, Oklahoma City's underrated six-man. Thank you guys for watching. As always, I'm Frank Smith. You can follow me at FMS_Frank Smith and follow ClutchPoints at ClutchPoints. If you enjoyed this mini doc, you can find over 30 more on our Facebook, YouTube, and IGTV. Drop your spookiest ghost story in the comments on this one. I don't care how long it is, tag me and I'll reply. Until next time.